It's video game time! Hello and welcome to another figure review. Today we're gonna have a look at the S.H.Figuarts Pac-Man figure. This one, actually I got this one from Nippon just when I got Emilia the other day. And I actually forgot this one came out. I just kind of completely went over my head. S.H.Figuarts just doing Pac-Man. And you know, I love Pac-Man, I love video games. And it's one of the classic icons. And will fit very well into a Smash display because Figuarts did Mario and like there's a bunch of Figma Nintendo characters. If you kind of smash that all up, you get a Smash display. But anyway, let's have a look at this guy. And if you enjoy video game characters, anime characters, or anything else, I have a wide variety of figure reviews that are already up and many more to come. So, to keep up with everything else new, subscribe to The Real Payne. Looking at the size, this guy stands at about 10.5 centimeters to the top of his head, or if you go into the top of the eyebrows, it's about 4.1, 4.2 inches tall. Size comparisons. Here's Jolter. Here he is next to some Nintendo Smash characters. Here he's next to Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi from the S.H.Figuarts line. Also, Zero in the back, and also we got some Nendoroid Kirby's and a Mega Man and Darkseid. Let me know if you like this kind of size comparison or if you want me to take every single figure on the review space. It's a lot easier for me to just go into the other room and put them next to the figures other than bring each and every single figure in here and then to bring them back later. So just wanted to know that. Let me know in the comments please. Pac-Man, he's round and that's about it. Like seriously. There's not much to say about the figure. They definitely captured the design. I want to say new design. It's not really the new design, but obviously the old school Pac-Man, the very first Pac-Man was just a ball that opened his mouth and had black dots. Obviously no arms and legs. This is the more somewhat modern version, not the one like where he has blue eyes and whatnot, so they didn't try to cram too much into that. And it's, most importantly to me, I think like it's the version that we got in Smash Brothers. Now, overall, you got the black dots for his eyes, very cartoony looking, very old school looking, big open mouth with the tongue in there. Now I don't know about his eyebrows, the yellow has a different shade, and that's weird. Like, how do you screw this up? Such a simple kind of thing. Then we go to the arms, which you can see the ball joints in there. I feel like engineering wise they did what they could, but we'll get to that in a second. Then you have the big fist, which the connection on the hands isn't the tightest. It's alright, I mean, it's fairly easy to connect and it does stay in there, but just a little bit of too much of a pull. Nah, it still holds on, so it's alright, but might come off loose the more you move them around, because once this kind of rubs against it, and also over the years it might be a problem. But still, it's alright. You have like a little bit more of an orange vibe in the gloves, and the red boots with no detail in there because that's how it should be. It's a lot of unpainted plastic actually, red plastic and yellow plastic. Also the arms are a bit more shiny than the body, and that's really the only complaint I have, which is a minor one, but still, you know, the yellow in the ball is different than the yellow from the arms, different from the yellow from the eyebrows and the legs. So that's really all there is to say, because it's a simple design obviously. So I think one of the most interesting parts about this figure is the articulation, and it is simple, it does get the job done. You have a ball hinge in the shoulder, and you cannot really rotate the ball itself, but do you have a bicep swivel, so you kind of fixes that, and obviously another ball hinge in the elbow. It is fairly limited, it doesn't even go up all the way or down. And then you have the fist just on balls, but pretty much left a lot of room in there, so you can rotate it around, bring it around without any trouble. For the legs, you have these weird kind of hinges in there, but I mean, it does work, and it does get the job done. It doesn't look the nicest, but other than that, I don't really know what else you would put in there. And it's kind of like engineering, which they had on the Pikachu, which they released a long time ago. Then you have these hinges on the legs, which are super freaking stiff. Let me try to move this to the back. Goes up all the way and also front. And does this even rotate? Yeah, this one rotates up there, so you can bring it around. Then you have a knee joint, which you can also rotate all the way around. And you have the weirdest contraption for the foot. There's a hinge in there and another pack that goes into a ball for the foot. Now, it's weird, but obviously it gets a lot done because there's a lot in it. So it does go up and down and does tilt side to side, really helps with the stability, and I guess it's cool. I mean, it works. It looks kind of weird, but you don't really seeing it under the boot. So yeah, he does stand perfectly fine. It does take some playing around to get the pose you want, but it's effective. It works. So for the accessories, you got a different face where he winks at you with, that goes well with the thumbs up. You get a thumbs up for one hand, one side only, and then you got the open palm hands, well, with his gloves on, for both sides, and then you get one ghost and one cherry. They look pixelated and it's amazing and I love it, but one ghost? You gonna tell me you couldn't bother to fucking mold this in 2 more different colors of plastic, and you would have had it's 3 ghosts in the game, right? There's 3 ghosts, so again, not really a super complaint, but just like, come on, dude, it's 2 more ghosts. And maybe like another fruit, but okay, that's about it for the accessories. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you wanna put it on a base, there is a peg hole in the back, and also you have a hole in the ghost. So there's definitely something to, definitely left that in there to put them on bases, I guess. And that's already gonna do it. It's gonna bring me to the final thoughts, because there's not really much more to cover, and that really brings it to the point. This figure is simple. They screwed up also some simple things, like the color, and, you know, not delivering another ghost or 2 ghosts or whatever. But I think the most important thing to take away from this, you can get this guy for as cheap as like 20 bucks. Depending on where you get it, it's gonna be 20, 30, maybe 40. But really, at that price point, I have 0 complaints about it. Now, sure, like, again, it is simple and whatnot, but they did what they had to, it looks good. And that's really gonna do it. I would really recommend this if you're a fan of Pac-Man old school video game characters, or if you just want the Pac-Man for your Smash collection, because it fits in very well with some Figma Nintendo characters, or like the previous released S.H.Figuarts Mario characters. It all works well together, so I think even just for that, it's a fun figure to have. And that's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like, and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, card game stuff, and whatever Pac-Man wants. Like more ghosts would be nice, but okay.